I'm a gigantic proponent of life.
Yeah, you gotta live
So,
life.
yeah, you have to enjoy the hard work that you're doing today.
Protecting from those catastrophic events, like people don't really understand or realize because it might not have happened to them,
Right.
but that is something that can just completely derail everything. Yeah.
Saving like $300 a month is like nothing.
Yeah, we're living at the same time in the same place. Like
Right.
let's try and make it the best we can.
So, Keith, welcome back. We had you on, when was it? Like a month ago, maybe? Maybe 2
I think it
months
might have
ago?
been longer than
It
that.
could have been,
A
yeah.
couple months ago.
And just really, you're wrapping up your first year with AFG, which is really cool. Kind of a big milestone in the business. So back with us today, Keith Smith, who has been with us for a year now, full time.
Yep.
And I think we talked a little bit about your journey when you came on the first time, of kind of how you met us and how you came to be part of the firm. But talk about what this first year has really been like, and kind of what it was in kind of a more professional setting. I don't want to call it more professional setting, but like a more formal work setting. And then being with us, and now that you've kind of navigated the waters and feel comfortable here, kind of how you've transitioned in your first year.
Yeah, I think it's been a great experience. I've had a lot of fun this first year. I think it's been very rewarding, and it always gets me excited when we get off a meeting together and
Yeah.
somebody texts me and says, "Oh man, like I need that's what I need to hear," or thanks for reaching out. And um, it's been a great learning experience, and I'm excited for the years to come. I wish I could fast forward to year 5, but um, it takes a lot of learning and growth in my role, and I think it's been a great year. But I'm always looking to get better and learn and um, bring my best every day.
Yeah. So one of the things I heard, I can't remember who said it, but kind of back in my early days of the business, the first 5 years of this career are like when the boats like storm the beach of Normandy, and you
Yeah,
just like you get out and there's just people firing at you,
right.
and you're just kind of running through bullets, and then you get to the other end and you look back and there's just like this entire like battlefield of like fallen soldiers and everything that happened,
Right.
and you're like, I have no clue how I got to the other end and how I made it,
Yeah.
but now I've like survived in this business and now I'm an expert.
Yeah.
That's the first 5 years of this career.
Yeah. Things
Is
are getting easier too. Like
Yeah,
I feel like the learning curve maybe isn't as steep for me with somebody, who has sort of a finance background. Obviously, what I'm doing now is a lot different than what I did prior to.
right.
But yeah, it's just kind of about figuring it out and, helping other people. I think, it's already growing upon itself. So
For sure.
it just takes a little bit of time and some determination. But, the objective is to be out there every day trying to help as many people as you can. I think you can't fail in doing that.
Right. And it's all about being you. I think that everybody in this
Yeah.
business needs to figure out, okay, who am I, and what can I be to my clients? And people look at my practice, or some of our other experienced advisors' practices, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do that." I'm like, "Don't."
Yeah.
Like that worked for us because of who we are. You've got to build it based on who you are and how you're going to meet potential clients and how you're going to interact with people, and what you feel like you can help them with. And I think that one of the big things where you do really well is like the social aspect of it. You're always out and about, you're constantly doing stuff. I know that we play pickleball together, and we're meeting a ton of people through that. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy kind of the community of people that you go a few times, you start to see the same faces, you start to
Right.
pick up names, and you start to become friendly with these people. Talk a little bit about just kind of your interaction in the community, and just kind of going out, being social, and not having there really be like a business aspect to it,
Right.
but just how being around has helped you build your network.
Yeah, I think that's the key. So I'm working with a colleague of ours, Brawley Adams, for the alumni group, and we're really excited about that. We actually have our first watch party tomorrow.
What alumni group?
The Central Florida, University of Central Florida,
Okay.
alumni group down here. So um,
In Southwest Florida
in
or Fort
Southwest
Myers?
Florida, yeah.
Okay.
So from Naples to um, covering Bonita, Estero, Fort Myers, even Cape Coral. there's about 7,000 alumni down here. So we're really trying to capture everybody and kind of build a community and a presence. And like you said, like you don't go into it, thinking business kind of at all. That sort of maybe will happen naturally.
Right.
But it's our goal to build a community, and bring people together. So that's something that we're really excited about. I think we're going to. I don't know how good the football team's going to be this year, but that's fine. We're welcome to everybody who's an
Right.
alumni and friends and family. So we'll just we'll gather and kind of come together. But I think that's important. Like we live around people and we interact with people every day. In the community, like why not try and have good relationships and be there for other people that you're around. Like we're living at the same time in the same place. Like
Right.
let's try and make it the best we can. So that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, and I think that it's really interesting because there are so many people looking for what we do and they just have no clue who to reach
Yeah,
out to.
absolutely.
There's so much, there's an abundance of information out there. There are so many places online to go, and people just they want to work with somebody that they know, like, and trust.
Right.
And any common thread of, okay, this person is like me, could be the opening of them feeling comfortable and saying, okay, Keith, I want to work with you. Like, we went to the same college,
Right.
or we're involved in the same organization, or we like the same football team, or we have some of the same values, or we're part of the same church, whatever it is. Those are just the little things that open up the door and say, okay, this person is enough like me for me to engage with them and start to work with them. And there's tons of people that are looking for it. They just don't even know the first place to start.
Yeah. Or maybe they're not even looking for it, but when they come in or introduced to what we do, they're like, wow, this is like actually this is a lot, bringing a lot of value to my life and is useful. Like I'm happy that we're doing this. So that's what I'm really excited about. Just getting around other people and being involved in the community, is something that's naturally going to help my business. That's kind of my angle for things.
Yeah, it's just things that kind of help you hone your craft and things that really make you good. In Cleveland, we were heavily driven by sports teams. So the Browns, the Indians, the Cavs,
Right.
those were kind of a big part of the community out there. So would constantly go to games, would constantly have watch parties. Coincidentally, tomorrow the Guardians now are in Tampa, so friends are coming in town. Gonna
Are you
go,
going to the game?
yeah.
Oh,
So
sweet.
go up there. A couple friends play on the team, so we're
Oh, there
gonna
you go.
go up and see them. And so just cool stuff that's like part of the community. And again, I can bring clients and interact with other clients,
Yeah.
and then
Like you said, like just be you. Like
right,
like I feel like kind of like that's what I was trying to figure out in my first year. Like you're taking things from, senior advisors and, trying to kind of mold them to yourself. And it's really just about being authentic. I mean, that's what people want. They want the authentic you. And
right,
and they like that's a way somebody can trust you. You're not putting on, some sort of facade. Like they know you, they're around you, they interact with you outside of work, and
right.
then they're introduced to you personally, and then sort of introduced to you kind of on the professional side. It just makes things a lot more easy, kind of easier in the process for them.
Yeah. And there's a lot to the just the genuineness of what
Right.
we do. When people just know the type of person you are, they're like, oh wow, like you are a kind of well abiding citizen in the general world. You're probably not going to be a crook in business.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's really good. I mean, we like I go back to like playing pickleball. Like, we'll play people, and there's times where we'll hit shots and people are like, "Oh, that was out," and I'm like, "Oh, was it really out?" And we're always like overly
Yeah. Like, how
generous,
can I trust you if you're calling the
right?
pickleball thing out and I saw that it was in? You
Right.
know what I
And
mean?
we're always like overly generous. Like, there are
Yeah.
times where like things are iffy, and we're like, "Yeah, we'll play it."
I'm like, dude, I'm blind,
Right.
so
So I think that there's things like that where it's even very, very little things, and there's a bunch of studies that talk about, like, if you're gonna go into business with somebody, or if you're gonna do something, like, go play around a golf with them.
yeah.
If they're cheating on the golf course, like, they're probably like not ethical in other aspects of their life. And I think that that is to some extent true.
Yeah.
Just if you practice and do normal things in the way that you conduct your normal life, you're probably going to be a pretty good business person and have pretty good morals and ethics behind what you do in the business world.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
And And that's really what you put out there is you're going out, you're meeting good people, you're showing people what you do. Our philosophy is like pretty basic. So
Yeah.
like our firm's motto is to protect and provide for what you care about most. That comes down to like a couple things. It's like protection, saving, and investing.
Yeah.
So if people aren't on board with that, like you're probably not great with money.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to take the risk off of you and put it onto somebody else for catastrophic purposes, if you're not into saving money and if you're not into the money that you saved growing, like you're probably not going to retire comfortably. You're
No.
probably not going to be like winning the financial game of life.
The odds are you're not going to.
Right.
Yeah.
So outside of hitting the lottery and being one of the few people that like actually makes it work and doesn't go broke, it's just you're not gonna do it. So pretty much everybody is in the demographic of listening to what we do.
Yeah.
And it comes down to there being a good person on the other end to help them. It's all about being a good coach.
Right.
So I don't think anybody comes in and they're like, I hate saving money and I don't want to do it and I'm never going to do it and my family's going to be in terrible shape and I hate them.
Yeah. No.
People I think really love their families. They just don't know where to start and they need somebody to be comfortable with to share these very personal things with.
Right.
So whenever they find you in the community or whenever they know you and they start to have that likeness and again that comfortability with you, they'll share it. Thank you for joining us today. Through our shorts and through our full-length content, we try to put out the most relevant material for our viewers, for potential advisors, for people in the industry, or just anybody with financial interest in general. If anything resonated today that you want more information on, go ahead and click the link below me. Click on Talk to a Financial Professional, and one of our professional advisors will reach out to you and have a one-on-one conversation with your personal situation. Now back to the podcast.
Yeah. I liked what Ellie talked about yesterday, and I like checked out his website and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he was a good person to sort of learn from at the AFG Fall Forum, and he's like, his kind of thing was like, we're educators. Like we're
Yeah.
educators first.
Yeah.
You come in, we're going to provide you information. It's up to you to take with that information and do with it as you please. So I think that's really important. And also another thing that I like what we do is, I think the importance of it is just protecting from those catastrophic events. Like, people don't really understand or realize, because it might not have happened to them,
Right.
that is something that can just completely derail everything. And like we've seen it with some people that we've worked with.
Yeah.
And fortunately we were able to get in touch with them prior to some of these things happening. But I mean, people, they're not thinking about that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, I'm still trying to learn sort of why people are doing the things that they do, and how it relates to the work that we do, just to sort of get better and kind of know your client a little bit better. But
Well, I think the general thing is, I mean, there's just a true level of what's called cognitive dissonance, where we see things happening around us all the time. We see people getting sick, we see people getting in car accidents, we see people dying. It's never going to be us.
right.
We just have this like Superman complex of, even though I see all of this stuff around me and I've had it happen to friends and family and people that I know and love, it won't be me. Like, I'm not going to be the statistic. And like, we don't get to pick. Like,
Yeah.
all of us would pick not us.
No,
Yeah, right. Like Ellie was talking yesterday about like, all right, if this
that
is
went
gonna
over
happen,
my
like,
head too
yeah.
at first. I was like, what is this guy talking about? And I was like, oh.
Yeah. So one of the things that we do to kind of like bring this back for people that don't know is, at our firm we have a summit multiple times a year where we bring in people either from the business or people from Guardian or people from other companies to come and speak. Just really, really good people at the top of their game to come into the firm and talk to our advisors.
Yep.
Because as good as we think we are, it's really good to hear from people outside of our ecosystem.
Yeah, I think that's great for us.
It's really good. I mean, I've seen Ellie multiple times and he's been a counterpart for years, and spending a day with him and just hearing the same stuff that we preach
Yeah.
is awesome to hear. I'm like, okay, this guy's really, really good. And he's saying 90% of the stuff that I'm saying. Like, that reinforces what I feel about how I'm working with clients, working with advisors, and really getting people up to speed. But like you said, our job is to educate. It's to put information out there and to give clients facts.
Right.
It's not our job to vote. It's their job to vote.
Yep.
And whatever they vote is completely up to them. Again, I don't think people are bad. So I don't think people come into a meeting being like, I want to intentionally harm my family. I want to save the least amount of money and set us up for total disaster. I think people are just completely under or misinformed on what they need to do to have financial success.
Yeah.
And then whenever we educate them, most people take action. Now, does that mean that you go from saving zero to saving the proper amount of money day one? No, not
No.
often. Does it mean that you go from having no insurance to the maximum amount of insurance day one? Probably not. But it's getting better and getting to a place where, okay, you're eliminating catastrophic risk. You're starting to run the engine of saving money or compounding money. You're starting to invest, and you're starting the system of making it go. And then you're building habits for the future. And I think that that's the biggest thing with our younger clients is
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's not about how much money you have. It's what can you do with the time and the amount of money that you have available at this point to get this moving, because 5 or 10 extra years could make up for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future if you wait.
Yeah. Absolutely. Savings is very important, and thankfully, my parents were always great savers. Shout out to my mom and dad. I got to
Yeah.
shout them out
Yeah,
one
you
time.
got to.
But now they're reaping the benefits of all their hard work. They worked at FedEx for 40 years, both of them, and
Right.
they were always diligent about putting money away. And it shows because it takes a lot of time. And so that's what I'm trying to go out, and I'm trying to touch as many lives as I can. For the people around me,
Yeah.
because I genuinely care about them. I'm like, hey, you guys, like this is stuff that we need to take care of now, because if you do it now, your future will be a lot better. And
Yeah.
I want that for them and their families.
And I think one of the big things that we talk about with our clients and with the people that we've worked with together, mostly young people, are it's not all about sacrificing today for tomorrow. I'm a gigantic proponent of life.
Yeah, you got to live
So
life.
yeah, you have to enjoy the hard work that you're doing today, and then still put stuff away for your future self. You just can't overindulge in today's lifestyle and then think that down the road you're going to be able to continue to do it.
It's very easy they make it very easy nowadays to do so too.
Oh,
Like in terms of just
absolutely.
like overall consumption and wasteful spending. I mean, they make it so easy for you to do it.
I literally laid in bed and on my phone just went like bonkers buying pickleball stuff.
Exactly.
Like didn't even leave my bed,
Right.
just on my phone scrolling in the middle of the night the other day. And I'm like, yep, I want that. I want that. I want that. Oh, my credit card's already saved in here. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
It'll be here in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's
wild.
way too easy to just go spend a ton of money.
Yeah.
I
It
was at
makes it hard.
Starbucks the other day and I was sitting in the line. I ordered and I opened the app and it's like, you don't have enough money. Do you want to put another like 50 or $100 on there? And I was like, sure. Click the button. Boom. It just hits my credit card.
Yeah.
Like in seconds, there's just money that is going and being spent. And again, in a world where I'm saving the proper amount of money first and everything else can be spent in whatever way I want,
Yeah.
it's still like very hard for me to be like, I just did this, even
Yeah.
though I have the permission slip to spend it because I saved the right amount of money up front.
Right.
But it's still like I look at it from the perspective of our clients or people that aren't our clients, and I'm like, this is just you're set up to fail.
Yeah,
It's just
you are.
way too easy to get into credit card debt. It's way too easy to just get into a lifestyle that you can't maintain
Mhm.
depending on the amount of income that you have and then kind of trying to keep up with your friends in spending. And I think that's really where we help regular people is building this model where, okay, save some money first, and then you could do all the guilt-free spending that you want.
Mhm.
Whatever's left, go. I don't care what you buy.
Absolutely not.
Obviously, like take care of your housing costs and your fixed expenses. But if there's money left after you save, go blow it on whatever.
Yeah.
Like you saved the right amount.
Yeah, what do people normally do? Is it sort of like we have a process of how we help people to save money, and we're doing that up front.
Right.
You see most people when they come in, it's kind of spend, spend, and then at the end of the month they say, "Oh, this is, how much I have to kind of put away," or like what have you kind of seen from
Yeah,
people?
it's
Is it
it's
just
all it's
different?
it's all over the board.
Yeah.
I think people try to consciously put away some amount of money. One, they don't know where to put it, and they're picking an arbitrary amount. So they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I took $200 or $300 and I move it from my saving or my checking to my savings." And I'm like, okay, what's the thought process behind that? And they're like, it was better than zero. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Like that's better than zero, but you make $250,000. So
Yeah.
saving like $300 a month is like not it.
Yeah. It's not gonna. It's not gonna do much.
No. And they're like, yes, it is better than zero. Like
Yeah.
that's a fact. But whenever we run numbers and we look at, okay, what is the impact of this and what is it doing? Like we need a real plan. We need to figure out a percentage of your income. We need to set that aside and actually build a model of when do you want to retire? Do you want to work forever? If you want to work forever, yeah, you could save $300 a month and have cash flow coming in, and somebody's going to employ you at 95 years old before you pass away. Like, okay, that's a plan.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a very good one,
No.
but it's a plan. Um, yeah, there's people all over the spectrum of saving, and I think it's crazy to think the amount of things. I mean, at this point, I don't even know how many people I've met with. Like I think we have 1,500 clients
So you met with
in
thousands of
in my
people.
practice. So yeah, probably thousands at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard everything from just like I said, I put away this much money in a bank account. I put this much in an envelope. I put this much. I spend whatever I spend, and then whatever is left gets swept to my investment account. And I think people are kind of grasping at straws because they don't know and they've never been given the roadmap
Yeah.
to do it.
A career in financial services is about freedom and relationships, both for you and the clients you serve. By building intentional, authentic connections with people, we not only create an environment where advisors can succeed, but also puts you in control of your future. Financial success looks different to everyone, and it's more about the process than the numbers. If you are someone that is looking to make a difference in your life and the people closest to you, go to the website below and schedule a conversation today. Back to the podcast.
When do you see people normally like kind of coming in to us and seeking our help, sort of like in the pre-retirement? Like, is there like a general age, like, oh, like I'm 40 or 45, and I know I should probably go talk to somebody. I'm kind of I'm sick of working. Like, what does that kind of look like in terms of like our process and what you've seen kind of throughout your career? Obviously, seen many people.
Yeah, so I think kind of most common entry points are pretty big life events.
Yeah,
People get married, they're like, okay, I like should get serious about life.
true.
People have a kid and they're like, I really now need to think about protecting somebody other than myself and my spouse.
Right.
And then we should probably start saving money more aggressively. Those are the two big entry points where we see a lot of people. And then it's an income jump. So it'll be kind of that 30, 35, 40-year-old that gets a big promotion that's pretty substantial. So they go
Right.
from making, I don't know, say $70,000 a year to $150,000 a year, or 100,000 to 200, or 200 to 250.
So on and so forth. Yeah.
And these big jumps where they're like, okay, I have this house, we're comfortable, we are saving money, but now our bank account is growing at a rapid pace, and now we have 20, 30, 50, $100,000 sitting in cash, and we know we're being inefficient with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's really the biggest thing that we've seen over this last year is the stock market has performed really well the last few years, and we have tons of clients coming in being like, hey, we missed the boat. We were sitting on cash, we didn't know what to do, we were trying to do it ourselves, and we really need to meet somebody like you because we just
Yeah.
we
They missed the boat.
yeah,
Yeah.
we lost out on opportunity. Now, if you're in your 20s or 30s, there's going to be more opportunity in the future.
Right.
The market ebbs and flows, and like you can't look at a small sample size and say like I completely lost out. But you do need to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of the main places where people come in. I think once people start to think about retirement, we get a lot of people that are, hey, I want to retire in 5 or 10 years. I hope that they did the proper planning, because if they didn't, the runway is just too short for us to fix a mess.
Right.
So if there are solid pieces in place, we can typically make it work, but it becomes very, very hard, and have very, very uncomfortable and hard conversations with clients that maybe you can't retire in 5 years because
Yeah.
like it's not enough time.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they need to hear, right?
Right.
I mean, you don't want somebody in there kind of you're not being honest and truthful with you. Like,
Yeah, there's no
it's hard. It's a hard conversation, but like it's our job to like we have to tell you that.
yeah, there's no reason to lie.
Yeah. No.
So I would never ever lie to a client and say like you're going to be in great shape, and then 5 years from now like, oh sorry, like you're not actually, you're in total financial disarray.
Right.
we're going to have real conversations with people and say, like, maybe you could work 7 years, or hey, if this happens, then this could happen.
Yeah.
So we have real genuine conversations with clients regularly. And again, most of them are fun because based on our age group, I know like I'm kind of like the elder statesman of this group. And Kelsey, who works with Troy, had to create me an Instagram last week.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like this is like groundbreaking stuff to help promote the podcast and
Right.
to like start to get like stuff
Are
out
you going to
there.
be managing it yourself, or
I
do you need help from them?
oh, I 100%
You
need
need
help.
help?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm like learning. Like
Yeah.
somebody showed me how to do something and I was like, "Oh, I think I could do that." I couldn't do it. So, it's yeah, it's just like a personal Instagram that is going to be built to kind of just again, just get awareness out there, start to post stuff, start to gain like brand recognition. And but it's funny, just things where I've been in this business for 15 years
Yeah.
and now somebody 15 years younger than me is like showing me all this technology and like thinks I'm clueless. And
I think it's going to be a difference maker.
who knows? But it's just funny, like interacting with somebody that like really isn't that much younger and having them show all of this technology. And we were talking about it yesterday with just kind of like general concepts of AI. We're going to be living in a world where somebody like my daughter is going to grow up where computers are smarter than people for the first time ever.
Yeah. Is that not already a thing?
I-
In
it
terms of like maybe not general, like are you talking like just generally?
I'm
Like
saying that like when she was born, that was a thing. Like when I was born, the computing power was so low. Like
right.
people were still building things.
Yep.
My daughter will never know a world where people can outthink computers.
Yeah. It's pretty
And
crazy
that's
to think about.
crazy to think about, like going through schooling
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I had to use like encyclopedias to write book reports and stuff whenever I was in grade school. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's something where she can literally type anything into a computer or ask it
Yes.
on a device,
It's wild.
and it's going to give her like probably a full synopsis, a movie. It's going to give her every single thing she would want to know about any event, where it took me hours and hours to go and find the book, go to the right page, learn about it, and then write my interpretation of it.
Yeah. I feel it's a little intimidating, honestly, and I don't know if I'm cynical towards it or like I don't know how that's going to work for everything, but I know it's arrived and it's here.
It's
And
here.
so like I mean, I'm like kind of like yin and yang towards it,
Yeah, we
like
we
it's
have
going to be great, but like what are some other things that it's going to
sure.
bring? Like it's just like with anything,
Yeah.
but this is just it's so powerful, and the fact that the way it kind of works is it builds exponentially upon itself.
Yeah.
And so like, like it's crazy just to
Yeah.
see and think about.
And the world's evolving. Like
Yeah.
the idea of running my practice the way I do now 15 years ago is crazy. But with all of the virtual meetings and all of the time that I make up from driving in my car to go see clients and doing everything on my computer in my office, my productivity has like quadrupled.
Yeah.
So something where we were forced into using technology in a way that our business probably never thought that it would, with everything being electronic signature, everything being digital, something that again in my career with the same company was probably never thought about, now is the way that we do business regularly, and it's made everybody so much faster.
Hmm.
So I think all of this stuff is going to help us. Like it's here, it's not going away. We need to adapt and kind of adopt it.
Hmm.
But to what extent and how do we do it is going to be crazy. And figuring all that out is going to be kind of an interesting journey. But the first year that you've been with us has been really good. You checked a lot of boxes. You had a lot of success.
Yeah.
I think you've had a lot of fun, made a lot of friendships, and really heading into year two. What's kind of the biggest thing that you're looking to build upon coming off of year one?
I think just more, just having more of an impact, like the first year, I mean, you're kind of building the plane as you're flying it. Now I feel like I'm a little bit more established, in terms of my relationships and people. So just building upon the first year and just getting better, and it comes down to each and every day.
Yeah.
I want to look back on every single day and know that I put in the right amount of work, and Especially in our business, you see that, what you're doing kind of today, leads to, success, 30, 60 days out, kind of like
Right.
in terms of our process. So, just building and getting better every single day, trying to help as many people as I can. And, I know if I'm genuine and, I do that and have people's best interests in mind, I think I'm going to win. So, just working hard and getting better and helping people. That's what I'm looking to do in
Yeah.
year 2.
That's the business.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 years in, help as many people as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Get as many people to listen to the message. And again, like I said, protect, save, invest.
Yeah.
Pretty basic. Like
It's very basic stuff. Yeah.
But people are resistant to it, and there's people that just they're looking for a friendly face to kind of invite them in
Sure.
to teach them about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the right approach. You're doing extremely well, and we look forward to having you back on at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So thanks for being
Appreciate
with
it,
us
Mike.
today.
Hope
It was
this makes
great
it
as
on your
always.
Instagram.
We'll see. I don't know how to do it, but maybe
Yeah.
Kelsey will put it on.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
This podcast is intended for general public use and is for informational purposes only. By providing this content, Park Avenue Securities, LLC, and our financial representatives are not undertaking to provide investment advice or make a recommendation for a specific individual or situation, or to otherwise act in a fiduciary capacity. This information should be relied upon only when coordinated with individual professional advice. Mike and Keith are registered representatives, and Keith is a financial advisor at Park Avenue Securities, LLC, PAS, OSJ, 14021 Metropolis Ave, Fort Myers, Florida, 33912, 239-561-2900. Securities products and advisory services offered through PAS, member FINRA, SIPC, financial representatives of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America, Guardian, New York, NY. EAS is a wholly owned subsidiary of Guardian. Lions Financial Group is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian. Mike CA Insurance License 0M21715. AR Insurance License 158383330. 8371488.1 expires 927.